annoyed, overwhelmed. That phone call, what we're doing for dinner, what we're eating for lunch. We're gonna make some tofu, get some meal prep going, and we're gonna get some dinner going for today. We're about to get started right now. I normally do pretty good myself with meal prep, but now I'm trying to incorporate everybody because it's becoming more easier. You don't have to waste that energy deciding what we're doing for lunch, or at least for me and the wife, what we're doing for lunch and for dinner for everyone. We got to get our tofu. Do a lot of pan fried tofu. We're just doing 3 today. I'm going to get dinner going. Then I'll get meal prep. Got to make room for the new stuff and see what we didn't eat and what we could have ate. And we got a little bit leftover tofu somebody could have ate. We tried some new recipes this week. Some were successful, some weren't. It does take a few hours to be inside this kitchen. But with you guys with me, it's going to go by quick. I don't really enjoy this. Let's get this cutting board going, which we're going to do get our lunch ready first. Do 2 cups of brown rice, 3.5 cups of water. Last week it worked out well. I had brown rice for breakfast and I had brown rice for lunch. Worked out pretty good. And yep, there we go. Let's add a little bit of salt and smidge of oil. Turn this around. All right, so we got this rice going there, so that's good. Keep the oil and salt out because we'll probably need it later for some other stuff. Brown rice, we go ahead and put this away. Give me a little treat while I cook. Right. Fill this up. We're going to splurge today, folks. We are splurging. We're throwing lime in this. We ain't playing around. Not in this house. We are going all in. Got a little bit of magnesium. I'm going to go with a little potassium chloride. Got this recipe. They say this is the same recipe. It's on the element bags. All right. It's delicious. Right. Let's keep rocking. Rice is ricing. Get my other cutting board. All right. I'm going to get my zucchini. We're going to make our meal prep for our dinner tomorrow right now. Zucchini. We're going to get some carrots. And we're going to get some tofu. We're going to season the tofu up now. Let it marinate. Right, first things first. I don't know if you're supposed to peel zucchini. Maybe I'll just peel it anyway. I think you have to, but I guess I'm going to. There it is. Shouldn't take too long to peel it. Right. My zucchini peeled. Never done this recipe. It's a new recipe. Used artificial intelligence to help me out. Took pictures of a bunch of stuff in my pantry, along with some ideas of what I wanted to try, and it spit me out some recipes. So here I am. Break out this chopper. See how this goes. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Chop my zucchini. I think it works great. Saw this from another person who was cooking on YouTube. I'm going to put it in here to add all the seasonings. And then once I add all the seasonings, I'm going to put it inside this sandwich bag we got over here. It's 1 gallon. Let it marinate. And then tomorrow, whoever's home just has to dump and go. Get these carrots lined up. Ooh, not too well with carrots. Gotta give a little extra slam with carrots. Do half this bag. There it is, 41 Fit, folks. That is the guy. There's enough carrots. Gonna do 2 more. Look at that. I think I'll do a few more carrots. Carrots ain't bad. Nice and roasted. This will be last batch. All right. That looks good, folks. That looks good. Some onions. Yeah, why not onions? You know? Onions make everything better. Sorry, Mr. Onion. Onions are chopped. No crying. I'm about to cry. Ooh. All right. Let's see what it said to add to this recipe. Pretty sure a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, paprika, garlic, onion powder. That's what we're going to do. We're going to measure this out just in case it's a success. Too often, sometimes you eyeball it and you're like, what did I do? We do half a tablespoon. That sounds good. Spoon of garlic, 1/4 tablespoon of paprika. And maybe don't judge. All right. The old-fashioned salt and pepper. I do very little bit of oil. Olive oil, though. So let's grab this olive oil. Wait a minute. Shit, this looks like going in the air fryer. Perfect. Mix this with the tofu. No questions asked. Man, this looks really good. It's like we're on to something. Sure, just put it in Tupperware. Got our Tupperware. Let's put it in here. And then tomorrow, just sheet pan, put it on the sheet pan, pop it in the oven. And then this will be mixed with tofu. Probably a little bit of leftover rice from today. It will be good. That will be a meal. All right, folks. So we got that done. Now let's get our tofu ready for tomorrow. I just need to do 2 tofus. I'm going to do 3. So do 2 tofus. Got 2 tofus for tomorrow. Normally, if I'm eating with them, which I do eat dinner with them, but I only eat very little bit of the tofu and the vegetables for dinner because throughout the day, the way I stack my food, I get majority of my protein and my carbs from just my breakfast and lunch and a very, very small dinner. Now, if I didn't have one of my protein shakes, then I would add in another tofu and probably eat majority of this 3rd tofu just for myself because we got our 10 grams of protein per serving, 5 servings. So I got my 50 grams right here. But lately I've been getting 50 grams out of my shake and out of what I eat for lunch. So we'll see. We'll hang on to this. No reason to cook it in now. And half the time, there's always leftovers with just 2 tofus. So I just eat the leftovers and it comes up for the rest. It makes up for the rest. Now, I'm going to grab this. Am I allowed to get a bowl? Nope. Right. I've got a tofu chopped. It's all chopped up in there. Add a little bit of olive oil. Gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Same seasonings we put on the zucchini, carrots, and onions. Gonna add also probably a little bit of soy sauce and slight hair. Probably just soy sauce. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of pepper. And last but not least, a little bit of salt. Oh, wait, nope. Forgot my soy sauce. Let's grab that soy sauce. Lid out, but I really don't need the lid. I'm gonna wash that other pan, other thing, Tupperware. Instead of wasting plastic bag, I'll just put it in another Tupperware. No big deal. All right, tomorrow's meal is ready. All right. Monday's done. Time we got 3 o'clock. We got to start dinner, folks. Tuesday's dinner setup is going to be a little easier. Going to do corn, 2 cans of black beans. That's 1 can. Folks, we might have an issue. There's supposed to be 2 cans of black beans. Folks, I don't have 2 cans of black beans. That's devastating. How are we supposed to cook? They have chickpeas for days, but somebody around here doesn't like chickpeas like that. Guess we'll have to do refried black beans and black beans. No big deal. Do canning. Let's do tofu anyway. So refried black beans. I think we could put it all together. For sure, I want to season the can and the beans, drain it, but the refried black beans are really squished. I'll heat that up separate. Oh, I'll be the same. Let's do this. So open up this corn. Get the black beans going. Think of tofu with it. I will do 2. Why not? Hopefully it's a big Tupperware. Tuesday's meal ready. I should have left it all in the bowl. That's a great idea. Dude, bring that back. All right, clean the bowl. All right, bowl clean. Put this back in here. And let's crush this tofu right up. I'm gonna have to use a bag for this one. All right, let's get some seasoning in there. All right, let's get our taco seasoning in here. A little bit of tahini, pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper. And do something. A little bit of garlic powder. I don't want paprika because it's in my seasoning. Do something crazy here in a second. You see it, folks? Pineapple. Mm. Oh. All right. Let's rinse this out. It's got a lot of that black bean water. Hopefully it fits. We can put this again on the sheet pan. Bake it. It can be tricky. I don't know if it's going to fit. So we made that fit in there. Put this away. So we got Monday meal prep, Tuesday. Now we're going to about transition over to dinner. Let's get this brown rice. Ooh, way better. Last week, this was like soup to be my rice for today. Rice for today, breakfast, lunch, and breakfast and lunch for the rest of the week. Some type of protein with it. Maybe I'll just throw some protein in there with it. Piece of tofu in there, Asian rice. Enjoyed it last week. Sometimes when I eat something a bunch, it does well. I'll eat it, and get burnt out later on. All right. We'll turn that off. I'm going to wash this and prep it for our next meal, which is going to be the white rice. Beans. 1 cup of beans. We'll do 2.5 cups of water. 2.5 cups. All right, 3 cups of water. About olives. Let's grab our sofrito and put these beans back. A little bit of olives. So we'll finish off these olives and what do we have left on this one? We just use this one. We don't need that one. Use already open tomato sauce, sofrito, homemade. Nothing else you got to get washed. Should be defrosted enough. I could just scrape a little more off the top. Yep, perfect. Got a nice vegetable broth. Mix in a little bit of pinch of oil, a little bit of seasoning. Give this a turn. That's that. Pour this out. I'm gonna put that on high for 45 minutes. And while that's cooking, we're gonna prep our tofu for dinner. So we're gonna say pressure cook, 45 minutes high. Yep, like this one cycle, we'll be good there. Now, let's get back to our tofu for dinner. We got to get our water going for our cashew garlic sauce. More dishes got to wash. Like my favorite thing to do. Get our cashews ready. Sometimes when it boils, it beeps. I don't even have my cashews ready. We're gonna do a cup. Half a cup. We'll do half a cup. All right. Now, for our tofu, we are going to chop it up. Probably season a lot. Put it in a pan. We're doing 3 because I didn't have a protein shake in my normal lunch today, so I need to get my protein from this tofu. Got all 3 of our tofu's chopped up. Let's begin to season this. This time I'm gonna get a little vinegar, generous with vinegar, a little bit of soy sauce. I said sea sauce. A bit of soy sauce, a little bit of olive oil. Let's get our other ingredients in here. Garlic salt, pepper, onion powder. I'm gonna do a little lemon pepper today. See how that tastes. Why not? All right. Mix that in here and let this sit while I put all these seasoning away. Didn't really press it. Should have. Does help a little bit. Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes it don't. We're gonna clean up. Check out these dishes. Whole big pile. Go through all this. Let me knock this out. I'll be right back. I skim soap for about a good 30, 40 minutes before I even start washing these dishes. Got to put these dishes away. Love it. Amen. Able to do this. Growing up, true story. Growing up, I used to look at my mother when she used to clean up the house. Never thought anything of it. Just thought it was they were just cleaning. And I used to think, how does she like doing it? How does she do it so well? And it didn't really start dawn on me, or I didn't start thinking about it until probably when I was a little older. I was already, me and the wife moved. We were in Greenville, South Carolina. And then my mom she moved to Greenville, South Carolina. She had her own townhome there. And we used to go visit her to eat or visit her to hang out, whatnot. And she used to invite us to come over. We would come over. She would have everything we would want, or she knew what she liked, because of course she's a mom. When it came to food or drink wise. So we would come over. There was a 3-story townhome. So the first floor was just a garage and like a little living room area. Had a TV, had a bathroom, and it had like a little couch. And then the second floor was the main floor. It was the main living room, her desk, I think at the time it was a 32-inch flat screen TV. She had a nice open kitchen concept, so you could see the TV in the living room. Everyone was hanging out, and it had like almost like this window, but it was the other side of the living room, and you could see everyone hanging out over there. And she would invite us over. I'm sure she invited us over numerous times to go eat dinner or to go eat breakfast, because it didn't matter either or, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. She was invited us over, and she would always have everything. And, we used to come in, like I used to take it for granted because it was mom. So there was days where I really didn't help or assist. I just sat there like the youngest son, and she catered. You know, she cooked the food or she ordered the food and she served us. And after she served us, and when I say us, I mean me and the kids and the wife. And after she served us, we'd laugh and joke. She would eat and then she would just turn right around and like pick up. When I mean pick up, she would just all of a sudden take up the plates and start cleaning the dishes that was dirty during cooking or taking the dishes dirty while we were eat. And she'd never asked for help. She never asked for help. She never complained about it. She just did it and she was good at it. And I always wondered like how, like, man, I would be so mad if I got to stay there and do all those dishes. But she never did, not once, at least to my knowledge. And of course, I think as I got older, I would help more. I know in her now that we know, I know in her later years before she passed, when we went over, I would help clean and pick up after us. Like I made sure my mom didn't do anything. Not that she couldn't, it was just the fact that the mental switch in the brain clicked over and said, I need to take care of her. She don't need to take care of me. But going back to my original point of doing all these dishes and being happy about it, just grateful to be able to do it. She was. Oh, all right. Back. Dishes, as you can see, complete. Now we're going to move on and let's do our beans. Beans just finished up. Let's see what these beans look like. I'm just going to transfer them into another bowl. Keep them warm. Toss in on white rice. And then we're going to make our sauce. Yep. Boom. Put that on the pan. Tofu is cooking. This little pan fried tofu. That's how we like it. Yeah. Let's tax it and make sure it's coming out okay. Ooh. Oh, salty. That's a little salty. All right. Let's sauce it up. All right. Now we're going to get this white rice going for, just so we have, kids have leftovers from tomorrow. Plus tomorrow, more likely, going to use white rice, water, salt. A little salt and sitting there. Be sure to take an avocado out so I don't forget. The 2 avocados we're going to use for today's dinner. Sure. Additional yeast. We got a half a lime right here. We'll do a little more than half a cup because I want to make it more watery today. And then we're going to grab our lime. She likes it garlicky. Just got to get the white rice. Once the white rice is done, dinner is pretty much done. Put the dry ingredients in another bowl because when I let it sit inside this, I feel like it doesn't mix well. So I'd like to put it in a little cup right here. We need half a teaspoon of salt onion powder. Here, a bit of salt, half a teaspoon. We got this recipe. Again, YouTube, another vegan quarter cup nutritional yeast. Now, let's grab our Ninja. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, if it gets stuck down here, that's why I like to do last. But hopefully. So you can grab assistance. Rice got 10 minutes. We are good. Did good today. Meal prepped for Monday. We got our zucchini, carrots, onions, and tofu. We're going to cook that, oven roast, parchment paper, put it in the oven on a sheet pan, let that cook, probably make some leftover white rice, have that for Monday, which is set. Tuesday, you already saw we made the black bean corn tofu taco. Got some small tortillas. We're going to put them on, cook the tortillas, put the little spread in there, throw some sour cream, some cilantro, some lime, and probably maybe a little bit of rice. The little one likes rice. So I know I got 2 days set. I got dinner set. I already got lunch set. I got my brown rice. I got my protein shakes. I've been getting the wife's meals ready in the morning as well with mine. Got her on some shakes as well. So I know us set. We're set. My youngest, one day at a time. So we can take it, but we'll figure something out for her. But we got this meal. Dinner's about to be done. Another 7 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead, finish cleaning up. All right, almost complete. I grab some veggies. Let's grab a half a cup of rice. Get a half a cup of brown rice. My avocado, my sauce. Got my special guest sauce. Order a couple of beans, and boom, you got our Sunday, man. It's kind of weird. Sunday meal. It's gonna be delicious. Let's try it. I gotta get some of the sauce in there. That's okay. Mmm, so good, so delicious. It's delicious. It's great. Kids aren't home yet. Got some working, some out. Got co-host over here. Let me get her going. Mm. Until next time.